In 2017, Scottish director Lynn Ramsay's film You Were Never Really Here was released. It stars Joaquin Phoenix as Joe, a veteran and former FBI agent who suffers from PTSD, now working as a gun-for-hire rescuing young kids who are victims of trafficking. It was a hit among critics, winning Best Screenplay at the Cannes Film Festival. The film shows the haunted psyche of the main character, which invites an exploration from the perspective of Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. By examining the film through Jungian concepts of individuation, the transcendental function, and active imagination, Joe's inner journey will be unravelled and deciphered. Through flashbacks, dream sequences intertwined with real scenes, and a fractured soundtrack, the viewers understand the fabula, the chronological telling of the story, but must unravel the sujet, the entire story world themselves. This can be difficult at times, with Joe being somewhat of an unreliable narrator, the film showing the audience a narrow range of information, seeing events only from Joe's perspective, with external story information, letting viewers make sense of the scenes themselves. Using Jungian analysis, the gritty character of Joe can be shone a light on to further the understanding of You Were Never Really Here. In Jungian psychology, individuation refers to the process of integrating both conscious, also known as the ego, and unconscious parts of the psyche to achieve wholeness and self-realization, leading to a person becoming one with oneself. One crucial aspect of this process is the integration of the shadow, the dark aspects of a personality that we often deny and repress. Joe embodies conflicting aspects of the psyche. He is both a violent enforcer and a compassionate soul seeking redemption. His journey involves confronting these opposing forces within himself and finding a sense of balance between his impulsive nature and his desire for connection and to heal. Joe is a deeply troubled character, haunted by his traumatic past, and struggles to connect with his emotions. His journey throughout the film can be seen as a quest for individuation, as he confronts his inner demons and seeks to find meaning in his life of violence and trauma. The repeated flashbacks throughout the film of Joe's abusive childhood serve as a window into his psyche and provide an insight into his character and motivations. The scene where he as a child faces the wall, while his father looms in the background brandishing a hammer, is a powerful symbol of the trauma and helplessness that has shaped Joe's identity. We never see higher than his father's waist, showing how Joe is afraid to look at him in the eye and even forced to turn away. This traumatic experience becomes a recurring motif throughout the film, only ever showing his father's shoes or him pacing behind young Joe, emphasising the power he holds over him. The fact Joe never has any memories in which his father's face appears alludes to Joe's unresolved conflicts and emotional scars that he carries with him into adulthood. These flashbacks are brief, with an average shot length under a second, juxtaposing the long takes shown throughout the rest of the film, showing viewers that he cannot face these memories, they simply break into his mind when he is not in control. These flashbacks are accompanied by Joe's inaudible mutterings to himself, non-diegetic high-pitched violins and other fractured audio elements, creating a jarring experience which puts the audience in Joe's shoes, giving us a glimpse into his scattered psyche. The use of the hammer as a weapon in both the flashback and present-day scenes serves as a symbol of Joe's attempt to reclaim power and agency in the face of violence and abuse. By using the same type of weapon that once inflicted pain upon him, Joe symbolically confronts his past traumas and seeks to protect others from experiencing similar suffering. He is now the one wielding the hammer, the judge, jury, and executioner of his own story. The transcendental function in Jungian psychology represents the bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, allowing the integration of conflicting psychic elements. Joe's character embodies this concept as he navigates between his violent, instinctual nature and his desire for redemption and connection. His relationship with Nina, a young girl he rescues played by Ekaterina Samsonov, serves as a catalyst for this integration as he is forced to confront his own vulnerabilities and emotional barriers. In You Were Never Really Here, the transcendental function is exemplified through Joe's experiences of visions and hallucinations, which serve as manifestations of his unconscious mind for his psychological journey. After finding his mother, played by Judith Roberts, murdered in her own bed, Joe ventures out to bury her in a scenic body of water in the film's third act climax. As he wades out into the water in his funeral suit with his mother's lifeless corpse, Joe has rocks in his pockets in an attempt to die with her. Hopeful, almost ethereal violins play in the background of the scene, contrasting from the disturbing strings played before, showing that this is Joe at peace. The low-key, hard lighting illuminates their outline, and a spotlight-like light source encapsulates him. The film's cinematographer, Tim Townend, revealed the lack of budget forced them to simplify the scene and aim for the sense of a limitless black void and a single shaft of sunlight. But as Joe lets go of his mother's body and it begins to sink, he envisions Nina in her place. This moment represents a pivotal juncture where Joe confronts his inner demons and is compelled to take action. The underwater setting symbolises the depths of Joe's unconscious mind, where repressed memories and emotions reside. His vision of Nina serves as a manifestation of his unconscious desire to protect and save her, as well as a reflection of his own inner innocence and vulnerability. By choosing to get out of the water and save Nina, Joe demonstrates a willingness to confront his past traumas and embrace his role as a protector and guardian. Through his interactions with others, particularly Nina, Joe is confronted with the opportunities for growth and transformation, symbolising the bridge between the conscious and unconscious realms. By embracing all aspects of himself, both light and dark, Joe is able to transcend the limitations of his past traumas and move forward towards a more integrated, balanced existence. Active imagination is a Jungian technique where individuals engage with their unconscious in their waking life. Throughout the film, Joe experiences vivid flashbacks and hallucinations, which blur the line between reality and his inner world. These moments of reflection allow him to confront his past traumas and gain insight into his own psyche. In the film's denouement, Joe's vision of shooting himself in the diner reflects his deep sense of despair and destructive tendencies. The diner setting represents a mundane and ordinary space, juxtaposed with the violence and chaos that Joe carries with himself. This scene highlights the conflict within Joe as he grapples with his traumatic past and the violent nature of his profession. His imagined act of self-harm reflects his internal struggles and feelings of shame and despair. While no one else in the diner reacts, Nina returns to the table and gently places a hand on Joe's head, telling him to wake up. Through proxemic patterns, we can identify that Nina is in Joe's intimate space, between 0 and 45 centimetres, which is usually reserved for loved ones and family members. This shows how close the two have become and emphasises how strongly they both feel for each other. The interruption from Nina snaps Joe out of his trance and reminds him of his responsibility to protect and care for her, offering him a lifeline as she suggests they leave together. This moment of external intervention interrupts Joe's thoughts and provides him with a glimmer of hope for a better future, highlighting the transformative power of human connection and the potential for healing, even in the darkest of circumstances. Through Jungian analysis of You Were Never Really Here, a profound understanding of the film's exploration of trauma, redemption, and the complexity of the human psyche is revealed. The film's exploration of pain, identity, and the unconscious mind allies with key concepts of Carl Jung's psychology, individuation, the transcendental function, and active imagination. Through these concepts, we gain insights into the inner journey of Joe as he grapples with his past and seeks to find meaning and absolution in a world of violence and despair. Lynn Ramsay invites viewers to contemplate universal themes of trauma and redemption through Joe's journey of self-discovery and healing, grounded in Jungian psychology's profound insights into the human psyche.